Step 1. Debunking the myths. Sam was on his way to Dave's house and eager to get started on his profile. He had looked at the 80,000 Hours website and downloaded Cal Newport's book, So Good They Can't Ignore You, to read later. He arrived at Dave's house and was welcomed in by Dave's wife. "Dave is in the study, let me show you where." They went into a neat and modest room. It was tidy and full of books. Sam took note that Dave didn't know these things by accident. Sam committed himself to reading more. Dave welcomed him with a smile and put down the book he was reading. Sam knew he had Dave's full attention. This wasn't a chore. This was something Dave liked doing. Sam was a little anxious to see how it all worked out, but there was something reassuring about Dave, a trust that seemed to come with knowing someone has the knowledge, but also his best interests at heart. But he did wonder what Dave was getting out of this. It didn't take long to find out. Dave started. "So Sam, I'm really glad you decided to give me this privilege. About 10 years ago, I was in a similar position to you. I was well educated, well, at least by university standards, maybe not by life standards. I was looking to start my career journey, so I reached out and got some support. Two of these contacts were game changers, Ian and Jethro. Despite being very busy, they both took hours out to help guide me, which set me on my trajectory I'm on today. This without having ever met me in person. I am forever indebted to them, and the best way I can pay that debt is to pay it forward with interest. I hope that one day you will do the same. It is tough starting or restarting a career, and a privilege to help others overcome this challenge." Sam was in definite agreement. He would remember what he was feeling now, and was happy to pay it forward. Dave continued, "There are 12 misconceptions or myths in the job market. Well, there are loads more, but I'd like to start with 12. Sam asked Dave to wait a moment and grabbed his notebook out of his bag. 12 was too many to remember, and he wanted to be able to check back later. Now he was ready, and Dave picked up where he had left off. There are 12 common myths. The first is that people are motivated by money. This isn't usually true. Studies have shown that the three most consistent motivations evident are autonomy, that is being in control of what you do, mastery, which is becoming better at what you do, and purpose, which is having a sense that you are contributing to a bigger picture. If you achieve these, you'll be satisfied and probably have enough money too. Put another way, money never leads, it only follows. A second myth is that you should follow your passion. This is excellent advice, but only for a very small portion of people. Most don't know what their passion is. As well as some people confuse passion with an interest or a hobby, and they end up hating it. There is also a strong argument that passion actually follows mastery, so it can be developed. Dave grabbed a book called The Fred Factor from a large bookshelf and gave it to Sam to read. It was about focusing on how you work, not what you do. Dave went through the remaining 10 myths, and Sam wrote them down in his notebook. Sam was actually reassured by some of these. He was glad he was learning them now, before starting a strategy. He was particularly surprised by myth 10, which was that it was generally a negative selection process. This meant that companies weren't always trying to find the perfect candidates, more just looking at which candidates to reject who were too risky and choose the candidate who was the least risky option. So step 1 was thinking about the game and how it is played.